Hi, I'm Cari Cucksey from HGTV's Cash and Cari, and today I'm going to talk to you all about WorthPoint.com. In the antique and vintage business, I'm constantly coming across items that need further research. I enjoy finding out the history of items, and of course, I love finding out what items are worth. They might be pieces of interesting art, antiques tenderly cared for and displayed for in a home, or items that were just recently discovered in a barn or garage. Sometimes it's just boxes of things that were once lovingly collected, but were forgotten at some point and are now just waiting to be rediscovered. When I want to find out the fair market value of items, WorthPoint.com is my go-to tool. It used to take hours of work and research, and I would turn to my extensive library of books, but now WorthPoint has solved that problem by amassing the largest database of information about art, antiques, and collectibles on the internet. They have nearly 300 million individual pieces of sales data. Yes, you heard me right. 300 million pieces of sales data from online and brick and mortar auction houses across the country. WorthPoint's database, called the Worthopedia, makes identifying those mysterious pieces a snap. So if you're an amateur picker, a garage sale hound, or simply have some things lying around the house and you'd like to know what they're worth, come on with me, because I'm going to show you how WorthPoint.com works. And I know you're going to find it to be a very valuable tool. I'm going to use this gorgeous fan to show you how WorthPoint.com works. I recently picked this up at an estate buyout. It's got the brass blades. It is gorgeous. On the front, it says the standard, and it's by the Robbins and Myers Company. Now, this is a piece that I don't want to sell, but I love this fan, and I want to know what it's worth. I'm curious. That's what I do in my business. So I'm going to go ahead and log on to WorthPoint.com. So here I am at the WorthPoint.com homepage, and I'm going to go ahead and click Value It because I want to get to the Worthopedia price guide. And it's asking me to enter a search term, so I'm going to go ahead and type in standard. That's the name of my fan, and it's by Robbins and Myers. And then we want to search the price guide, and you can also search by category. There are 23 different categories to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and click all categories just for fun to see what comes up and click search. Now, by the way, I'm using the web version. If you're on the go, maybe you're at an estate sale or out hunting and you want to find out the quick fair market value of an item, they have this as an app on both the iPhone and Android device, which is really handy when you're out on the go. So here it is populated. There's 82 items sold, matching the standard Robbins and Myers fan. And right now I'm sorting by best match. There's a couple different options. I can price it high to low, price low to high, and sale date. I really want to know the sale date first. That gives me a great idea of how it's changed over the years in terms of pricing. And sometimes people overpay for these items when they're on an online auction. It's just fun to see over the years how the prices kind of changed. So here's one that's catching my eye right away. This one sold for $3,600. Let's go ahead and click on it. It's not the exact fan. This is a Victor. It's made by the Robbins and Myers Company. As you can see here, it was manufactured by Robbins and Myers. And the great thing about these listings and this information is that you get to see all of the information from the actual eBay listing where this was sourced from. It comes with extra photos, so you can see more detailed photos and really tune in on what your item is. Now, all of this information is free except for the price. Now, I'm logged in, so I'm able to see what it's sold for because I'm a member. But in order to see that, you do need to be a member of WorthPoint. I'm going to go ahead and go back and look at all of my sale date items here. And these really don't match mine. Keep in mind, mine is in wonderful condition. This one's a little bit rough. It sold for $157.50. I'm going to keep scrolling down to see if I can find out. This looks to be the exact fan. I'm going to go ahead and click that one. But again, it is really, really rough. This is saying the motor is quiet, so it's giving me a great description. But this one says the cord is cracked and has exposed wires, so it definitely has to be rewired. Mine works perfectly, and it has a nice brand new wire on it as well. Somebody took the time to rewire it. All right, I'm going to keep scrolling down just to see if I can find some. Here's a nice one, and this looks to be the exact condition of mine. It looks nice and new. Let's look and see. It says the fan works great. And notice how it's saying the fan and the motor mount are very heavy. This fan is really heavy. So this fan sold for $320. I would say that's a really fair price. It sold February 11, 2014, so it's not really that old of a listing. It looks to be in fantastic condition. Same as mine. It's the same make, model, and condition, really. So I would say that my fan is probably in the same range of the $300 to $350 mark. Again, I don't want to sell my fan, but it's nice to know what it's worth. If you're looking to insure something, this is a wonderful resource to find out the fair market value so you know what that correct insurance amount is. Now, again, here was probably an advertising piece that just has the word standard and Robbins and Myers. It will pick up anything that has those words in the listings. And there's 5 more pages of fans for me to sort through. If I wanted to change, I want to find out what the highest fan that's sold for. That $3,600 fan comes up. There's a few others that sold for, $2,000. Here's one. Here's the same fan that sold for $2,125 in February of 2007. The fun thing about online auctions is that you never know if there's somebody out there who just has to have it. They're a big collector. So that is certainly fun to see on these listings as well. I could dig deeper in these listings and learn more about the company and the different versions of the fan that sold. So this really is a wonderful wealth of resources for you when you're finding out the fair market value of items. You see that it only took us 5 minutes to identify this great fan. While not every antique or collectible is in the WorthPoints Worthopedia, the odds are that you'll find something very similar to what you're looking for, and if not an exact match like we did. And the Worthopedia continues to grow by millions of items every month. Now, I'm sure you can see why I love using WorthPoint.com, and I'm sure you will too. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you'll go to WorthPoint.com today and start your free trial. I'll see you soon.